Hello and welcome to some more Neverwinter nights. Third time's the charm, they say, and this is the third time I'm doing this. The first set of recordings I wasn't happy about, and the second one was too long-winded. So I'm going to try a third time. And in order to make this run a bit smoother, I'm going to quickly give a recap of the story. We were killed at the end of the last part and sent to hell. And unlike what you would believe, hell is actually not a hot place, it's quite cold. The Reaper guy here, which apparently we know quite well from Shadows of Underdark, which I have never played. Well, I've played it, but I've never completed it. Nowhere near completed it. He has been bound by Mephistopheles to bar us from returning back home, or return to life. In order to return to life, we need to be able to command him, and we can only command him by knowing his true name. Anyone who's familiar with the different fantasy settings will know that knowing someone's true name gives an awful lot of power, that kind of stuff. Of course, he can't tell us himself, but we have to dig out his true name, and that involves quite a bit of fussing around, questing thingy, and this chapter, at least in the start of it, is quite lore heavy, and I will rush, whatever, through it, and then give the TLDR version, because I tried to go through it line by line, and it's just a full part doing nothing but reading text, and I thought it was too much. Anyway, time to talk to him, and I will lightly go through all the options just to make sure that any journal updates are activated.
Hail the dead. How may I serve you, sojourner? How may I serve you, sojourner?
So we'll have one door available to us, this one, and it triggers an autosave without actually setting us through the gate for some bizarre reason. I always put the cursor in the corner when cutscenes from whatnot are playing, and unfortunately, of course, it also means that it rotates the camera. So, anyway, I'm pausing it for a reason, because we just saw a spirit disappear. It's been devoured by Mephistopheles. It's not what he's called, whatever. His name is Wonky, this man. And we need to speak to him because there's certain quests or journal entries we need. But they have a bad habit of being devoured while you're in the process of talking to them. This area is quite cold, and you will continuously take cold damage unless you get near a fire, and you can pick up some berries that can allow you to create fires yourself. But of course, because we got the Ring of Elemental Resistance, that cold damage we take is not going to matter. So, time to get some journals and entries.
Yes?
That's what I mean. That's what happens when you try to torture them. So, that is the gatehouse leading back to the Reaper. But we need to do certain things here. We need to gather some berries. These pillars are not by coincidence. This is rather annoying. Every single time I hover over, it lights up. It's an old game. Expect some issues. I think he, Mephistopheles, don't want us to talk to these spirits because they seem to disappear when we get anywhere near them, which is always encouraging, I suppose. Anyway, need to find some berries. Stop doing that. That's the core office. We need to get in there. Technically, we don't need to, but we need to anyway. Go away. Try to get around, looking for some berries. That's tavern. There's a bush. Actually, it's a fern. Same thing, but very different. 3, not bad. That was the Hordes tavern. And here's the temple. And now we start taking cold damage, which we don't take anyway, because we are having some damage reduction to cold. What's the mention of the temple? I don't know, I can't remember. No. What? The temple is the single most important building here, so let's head in there first.
Yes.
Anyway, there's this sleeping man apparently. Which is a man who's asleep for some bizarre reason. We probably never would have guessed. But in order to see him, we need to know the answer to 5 questions. I've got a post. Let us read the tome. Read further, read further, read further. The fourth mystery. Read further, leave. Okay. There are 5 questions we need to answer. Mr. Sensei,
You are welcome here. Greetings.
how do you know my name? You're my reader. Tell me about the sleeping man. First to mystery word start. First fold even. What's a planetar? Where do angels come from? Why some surrounding places? We're going to tell me about the planes, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. It's completely irrelevant to this. What do you know all this about him? What's a sensei? It's effectively a monk. Continue listening, continue listening, listening. That's some other questions. What's that? Okie dokie. Fine. Goodbye. So, what should be the 2nd, 5th, and didn't she tell us on? Okay. The first four. Yeah, of course, we got the first, the fourth, and the third, so we need the second and fifth. We'll get them. There's nothing in these bookcases at all, and that's the door leading into the sleeping man. We can't get to see him before we got the answers. So, that was the temple. Let's head to the Helbreath cabin. I was about to say tavern. Get that out of the way. Well, let's do this fancy bit here. Quite ominous. But so you had to clear my throat there. But of course, I mean, we can't have the sleeping man being the sleeping man, can we? I mean, why would we be told he's the sleeping man who weren't meant to actually wake him up? So we will have to find something that can help us wake him up. And that is probably the most annoying part about this. Is as these pilgrims.
What do you want?
See the answers. What do you mean? Romantic. Oh, basically that was one of them we already knew. There are two individuals of some interest in here. And Mephistopheles is still devouring souls. Is about it. Which is a dragon. Doesn't have anything of interest. Why am I wearing the wrong helmet? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Here we go. And then of course, let's see if any of these know anything. No, of course not.
Yes?
Why is this sad? Oh, well, he's sad because he's sad. Anyway, there's this guy here.
Well met.
What are you doing here? I was killed under the siege of this theater. Not sure why I ended up here, blah blah blah. He's a smith. Let me see your inventory. He can upgrade weapons, but there's one little caveat to that, and that is you need to be able to you can only upgrade weapons you hold in your hand. So you can't if you have followers, because in this game or this expansion thing there are what's it called? Follower inventory. So you can't buy an item for a follower or a weapon for a follower and then get it upgraded unless you can equip it yourself. Of course, being a monk, we can equip simple weapons and cannons and shurikens, of course, but that's about it. So there's not much we can do there. So let us just see what he's got. Plot helmet. Anything else of note? No. Anything of note here? Longsword plus 6, 137,000. Needs to spend our money on something. Let's buy it. I don't exactly know why I buy a longsword, but I decided to buy a longsword. Scores and potions, just resurrection scores, which is always nice. Anything else up? Nope. Nope. Got anything I can sell to this guy? Likely. Maybe not, I don't know. Open. That one, no. Dwarven wax. This one. I could sell that sword. Not going to though. No. I don't know why I hold on to it, but I do. You could sell some gems, I suppose. Mookstone. That was quite a bit. That's just... I don't think we have any use for these. Alexandrite, not worth anything. Topaz. I expected them to be worth more than that, but you know what? It's fine. Let's get rid of some of them. Amethyst. You will. That gave us some of the money left. Or back even left. But anyway, in case you're playing it yourself, this guy can upgrade, and he can upgrade weapons with haste, damage, enchantment. You can upgrade up to +10, all kinds of good stuff. It's quite expensive, so I hope you have your purse loaded. Anyway, the one important individual here is Arden Swift. It's important, but it's also annoying. And it may require some saves coming. Where are you? Should be here. Oh, he's in here, isn't he? Yes, he is. Arden Swift. Time to do a quick save.
Hail, traveler!
Bring you,
So,
yeah.
you're into this sense-sized mumbo-jumbo, are you?
It's a matter of convenience. Alright, Sven, sales Sven. How did you figure out the mystery? Okay. Oopsie oops.
So, you're into this sense-sized mumbo-jumbo, are you?
Of course, yeah, I forgot about that. So, he has a trumpet of pandemonium, which apparently makes an incredibly loud noise. And that can't wake the sleeping man, nothing can. Now we need to play a game, a guessing game, in order to, get the horn from him. He will pick a card. You have 5 yes or no questions you can ask him, and then identify the card after that. This can be an extremely long process because you can detect whether he's lying or not, which is a wisdom check. I just want to mind, this character's got 28 wisdom. He will fail quite a few wisdom checks. I usually, in the 2 other attempts, or recordings I have scrubbed, I have actually buffed my wisdom, and he can still fail. So, this will be, if necessary, saves coming into high heaven. Let's go for it. Didn't I? Yes, I did. Where did I put them? There we are. You need something worth 5,000 gold
Hail,
in order to.
traveler.
Okie dokie. Perfect. It's a black card. You're pretty sure he's telling the truth. So it's either heart, hearts or diamonds. Okie dokie. So the face card. No. So that gives us ace and 9. That's always lovely. It's an even value card. Not sure whether he's telling the truth. Cool. Does it belong to the suit of hearts? Yes, you're pretty sure he's lying. So it must be diamonds. Something of diamonds. Lovely. Is it more valuable than a 7? Yes, you're pretty sure he's lying to you. So, we now need to guess. Let's just guess ace of diamonds. No, it wasn't. Anyway, I will come back once this is sorted. Well, at least it didn't take as long as it could have done. It turns out to be the 8 of diamonds. By the way, when you reload, it's random. So, anyway, he's happy we beat him in his little game. Obviously, you can always, well, I don't know if you can. I haven't tried because I'm not so inclined. But I assume you can fight him for it. So now we have the means to awaken the sleeping man. That's what we needed from here. Let's do one more area before I end the spot. Come on. Which will be the quarry office.
Pike off! Pike off! Can't you see him?
Okay, he's the storekeeper, but he's rather annoyed because one of the ice grinders are not working. So, let's go and get it fixed, shall we? It is not working because an imp deliberately has jammed its hand into the grinder in order to not having to work. So, we shall find free said imp. So we are going to have to do a dexterity check and an intellect check. Dexterity to free him, intellect to reassemble the bloody thing. Because as long as it's not working, the quarry boss will not have his shop open. So, quick shave. Doesn't take long before you have to reassemble a part. Manual can't work like that. Hang on, what's your name, lazy? Sleepy man, with stuff on these, you work in the quarry. Okay. So now we need to do an intellect check, and thankfully we have an intellect helm stored. It's completely coincidental. When you have items with that amount of stats on them, I usually keep them in case you need them later on. It wasn't because I could remember needing it for this one, but it's nice to have, and should probably do a fox cutting as well. 19 intellect. I'm not sure that's enough, but let's see. Yeah. First attempt, almost. So this is now repaired. So the quarry boss is now going to be happy, and we can use his shop. Like I said, the most challenging thing in the world is. Okay, just want to double check here. The second fold and the fifth fold. Okay.
Pick off. I suppose you're expecting a thing.
Goodbye. And I'm going to say the same. I'm going to end the part here, and when we come back, I'm just going to show the store in case anyone's interested, and see if there's anything I want to buy. So on that note, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.